9 ways to use AI to learn faster without burning out. Let's start with the feeling most people know very well. You sit to study, you open your note or textbook, you read one page, then another. An hour passes, at the end of it, you feel tired. But if someone asks you what you just learned, you wouldn't be able to explain it clearly. This happens to a lot of students and adult learners, not because they are lazy or unintelligent, but because they were never taught how learning works actually. In the next 6 minutes, I will show you how AI can support your learning process, not by replacing effort, but by guiding understanding, so you can learn faster, remember more, and feel less stressed. How learning feel hard? This is not your fault. Many people believe learning is about sitting down and forcing information into your head until it sticks. That is how school often presents it. Read, memorize, repeat. But in reality, learning is a process. Imagine a college student try to learn economics. The lecturer moves fast. The textbook assumes prior knowledge. Everyone else seems to get it. So the student starts thinking, maybe I'm not just good at this. That belief is dangerous because the real issue isn't intelligence. It is missing structure. AI becomes useful here because it allows you slow learning down to your pace. You can pause, you can rephrase, and ask for clarity without feeling embarrassed or rushed. AI doesn't judge. It doesn't compare you to others. It simply responds to how you ask. That alone changes how learning feels emotionally, from prayer to curiosity. Starting learning with a clear goals. This is a biggest game changer. One of the biggest mistakes learners makes is starting without knowing why they are learning something. Let's say you want to learn biology or you want to understand a particular subject. It's too broad, right? Your brain doesn't know where to focus. Now imagine a university student preparing for an exam. Instead of widely revising everything, he can ask AI and say, I have an exam in 2 weeks. What concept do I need to understand well enough to explain in my own words? Suddenly, learning becomes directional. The brain works better when it knows the direction. AI helps you define the destination clearly. Once the goal is clear, every page you read and every explanation you hear feel purposeful. You stop droning in information and start selecting what actually matters. This alone can cut learning time dramatically. Missing pieces while confusion builds up. Most learning frustration comes from gap. A lecturer explains step 5 without explaining step 2. A textbook uses a term without defining it. Over time, these gaps stack up and the learner feels lost. Now think of a student in a college learning statistics. They understand formula but not why they work. They memorize instead of understanding. With AI, the student can stop and ask, explain the concept again but from the beginning and show me how each step connects. AI fills the gap patiently. It doesn't assume knowledge you don't have. This prevents confusion from piling up and turn learning into a connected experience instead of scattered memorization. Priming your brain before studying. This is a smart preparation for learners. Most people jump into deep study without preparing their brain. Priming is simply getting familiar before going deep. Imagine a student about to study constitutional law. Instead of diving straight into dense reading, he or she can ask AI, give me a simple overview of what the topic is about and why it matters. Now they can open their textbooks. The information feels familiar. Their brains recognize patterns instead of struggling decoding everything from scratch. The step doesn't require full understanding. It creates mental landmarks. AI is excellent at priming because it can summarize, preview, and contextualize information quickly. This makes actual learning smoother and far less overwhelming. Understanding before memorization is another way of learning faster with AI. Memorization without understanding is fragile. It breaks under pressure. Understanding, however, it stays. Let's take an adult learner studying accounting. They memorize formulas but panics during exam. Why? Because they don't understand the logic behind the numbers. With AI, they can ask, explain this accounting principle using a real-life business example. Suddenly, numbers turns into stories. Concepts become relatable. Understanding replaces fears. AI excels in translating abstract ideas into everyday situations. This is how deeply learning happens. AI as a private teacher. This is learning without shame. Many adults avoid asking questions because they fear looking slow. AI removes that fears. You can ask AI the same question 10 times. You can ask it to simplify it. You can ask for another example. For a working adult working as a part-time, this is powerful. Learning can happen late at night, at your own pace, without prayer. AI become a calm tutor and not a judge. Practicing without feedback. This is another way AI can improve your learning. This is simply learning by doing. Understanding becomes solid when applied. Instead Instead of passively reading, learner can use AI to practice actively. For example, a student learning essay writing can write a paragraph and ask AI, "Can you review this? Explain how I can improve it." AI doesn't just correct, it explains why. This builds skills, not dependency. Practice with feedback is where learning sticks. Another way is apply as you learn. No waiting until the end. The biggest mistake learner make is waiting until they finish learning before applying knowledge. With AI, application can happen immediately. A learner studying marketing can analyze real art with AI. A student learning coding logic can test ideas step by step. A language learner can practice conversational daily. All this with the help of AI. Learning become active, not passive. The resetting belief about learning. If learning has ever made you feel slow, frustrated, or behind, it is not because you are incapable, it's because you were never shown how to learn in a way that fits you. AI does not replace efforts, it supports understanding. If this video helped you understand learning in a new way, please take one small action for me. Kindly subscribe, comment, and like this video. It tells YouTube this kind of beginner-friendly education matters. If you are someone who wants to learn AI step by step, without stress or technical confusion, subscribe to the channel. I upload videos that explain AI the way we teacher would, slowly, clearly, with real life example. And I will appreciate to hear from you. Drop a comment and tell me what subject or skill you are currently struggling to learn. I'm going to read all the comments and I will use this to shape the next lesson on this channel. Thank you for watching. Take your time, learn at your pace, and I will see you in the next episode.